Retro Ghetto.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Ghetto vlog. So I am at the Doncaster Retro Toy Fair. I'm here with James. I've already lost James. I don't know where he is. He's over there somewhere buying something. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of the Doncaster Retro Toy Fair. It's always massive. I can see hundreds of stores, so let's just get straight into it. These are cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
I love the colours. Theo always talks about these.
The Toxic Avenger, yeah.
Crusaders.
Yeah.
It's just the colours, they pop, don't they? So good. I think it's probably the best looking toy line.
Yeah. Most 90s toy.
Yeah, just
he likes Nemo, doesn't he?
Did you ever watch this?
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I love that.
I remember as a kid loving the baby.
Yeah. I like the final episode, lads, when they all die.
Yeah. The thing is, when you watch it now, it's probably like adult themed, like a sitcom, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's not like a kids thing. You don't see these on card very often. Hercules.
No, I'm not thinking about it.
Cool. Some nice stuff on here. I'm always tempted by the Simpsons toys,
I know,
man.
it's dangerous though, isn't it?
Yeah, they look so cool,
There's
don't
so
they?
many characters.
Hi, young man. These your games? You right, mate?
Right.
Have you got this?
Yeah.
You got all the staples, it. Like M-Mate, PS1 games, Bust a Move, classic.
There you go, you can add this print bumper.
Yeah, all killer no filler, mate. How much are your games, Lovey?
Depends which one it is. They're all good.
Oh, okay. How much is this one?
Yeah, 40.
How much? 4-0.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've got to do it sometimes.
It's not one you see very often.
No.
EverQuest. Seen that one?
Yeah.
Some fading now, though. Unfortunately.
I spent a lot of time last night pricing them all up online.
Yeah.
Which is why they're all different.
It's nice to see Super Nintendo games as well, Lovey. How much is this?
Oh,
I do at home. Come in. These are cool, aren't they?
Sorry, no, it's
Oh, the turtles. That's cool, isn't it? Did you have Mighty Max, James? Oh, yeah. That is old as well, isn't it?
You'll have to check your eyesight.
1991, 1992. Old school.
That's quite cool though, isn't
Yeah, it is cool. It's just got that look about it, hasn't it, as well? Cheers, pa. Do you know anything about it? How much you got on it? I like his little smile.
Yeah. You go quite well those Marios you got, don't you? Similar size.
Yeah, no date on it. So, guess how much that little Sonic is that we were just looking at? Tell him how much it was, James.
£100.
Needless to say, I didn't buy it. I keep missing out on Sonics at the minute. I keep finding like little old Sonics. Either they're not for sale or they're £100. Yeah. Okay, so we're now in actually like the main area. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's good so far.
Big.
It's big, big.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
There's a lot here, a lot to look at. I'm just trying not to get pulled into about 20 different directions at once. It's like stimulation overload, isn't it?
Distracted very easily.
There's a Wario there.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Oh, look.
Yeah, yeah. Right on cue. You don't often see Wario though, do you? Look at this guy.
They're baking it.
Old school. All the things fell out. These are all knockoffs, look. Look at these guys. Look at him.
They're a bit out of proportion, aren't they?
Look at him. Look at the ears on him. Like, 30 quid that one. Have you got that? Katamari. Got that, I think.
It's a metal sleeve.
Yeah. How much is this one, mate? 60, is that how much it is now?
Yeah, it's gone up.
Yeah, you just done the Wii U set, haven't you?
Yeah, most expensive one is that's 80.
80 quid, yeah. First pint of the day?
Yeah. And Connor actually got me the first one, so I'm gonna have to.
Is it on the back? Which one did Connor get you?
Got me the Royal.
Yeah, that one.
Leonardo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Gonna have to then, aren't you? First find of the day.
Not to.
Yeah. Did you ever have these as a kid? Did you ever watch wrestling?
Yeah.
Repo Man's
Repo
not
Man,
one you
yeah.
see too often.
No.
I've thought about collecting Hasbro so many times.
I'm
Man.
not. Yeah,
You don't see this guy often either. What's this guy's name?
Is he saying the back?
Doc. It's a prison thing, isn't it?
He's one
Mountain.
of those unforgettable ones, wasn't
Yeah. I remember these. Didn't these squirt water?
he? Yeah. It's what it lasted.
I had a dinner lady look like that.
Nice. Did you have these?
Oh, I had the Necker ones, yeah. This is cool. Look at this.
New mug for you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I was going to say your balls look good, but
Balls look good.
yeah, your balls look great, mate. I love the way you've displayed your balls today. Hey, that. It's just...
Do you know what's even more impressive about this? Check it out. Like, you get a video.
Yeah, yeah, you spin it round, man. Oh, look at that. That. Oh, it's the cardboard, isn't it? Spin it back. Man, that is cool. I mean, my intro music is the Vega theme as well. So, how much have you got on that? 95 now, yeah. So good. So good. Look at that. Who's going to wear that? Look how small. How small would your wrist have to be? So cool to see, man. Thanks for letting me have a look.
No worries.
Right, that was Doncaster Retro Toy Fair. Decent actually, especially towards the end. We found one store in particular, didn't we, that had like a few games.
Yeah,
bits
it's
on.
good.
I've got an absolute deal on these. I don't know if I necessarily need them, but for £5 each, I was grabbing them. So just £5 for official Super Nintendo controllers. So we grabbed 2 of them. And we're going to CX as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to go CX and we're going to go to the brand new Doorway to Darkness. I don't know what's going to be vlog, what's going to be a video. I don't know yet. But we might trade some stuff in. We'll see what we see as we go on this game hunting journey. But you just swooped in on this, didn't you? Like,
Yeah, this
no
was an
questions
amazing
asked.
deal. I don't know because I picked it up myself. So
So it's 25 quid.
25 quid.
I mean, it's a really cool edition as well.
Yeah.
So it's the Driver San Francisco Collector's Edition. Comes with the cool car and everything inside it.
He hasn't got the game though.
I think the game's inside, isn't it?
Let's see it.
Yeah, I think he said.
Is it?
I
Oh, is it underneath there?
think the game's in here.
I don't know.
You can see the car. I'm sure he said the game's.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's sealed as well. No, it's not sealed. There's all sorts in there, stickers and stuff.
Never been used.
£25. I'll put on screen now the price that CX are paying for this. So this might get traded in because I think our next stop's going to be CX, right?
Yeah.
Right, let's go. All right, we are in Doncaster city centre, town centre.
I'm not sure it's a town or city.
We're in Doncaster, whatever it is. We're going to the CEX. They're going to try and trade in this driver collector's edition. It is cool. I just haven't got space for it, and it cost us 25 quid. What's the trade-in value? It's 50.
50, yeah.
Yeah, they should sell it for 75, trade for 50. So double our money on that all day long. So yeah, let's go and see what Doncaster CEX is saying. The most common game in CEX now, isn't it?
Yeah. I regret paying for so much money for mine.
I think a lot of people
Kind of demoted mine.
Yeah. All that turned into a very successful trip. Yeah, some nice games in here, and it cost me £2 because they did take in the San Francisco driver collector's edition, so they gave me £50 trading, so doubled our money.
Yeah, you did well.
So can't complain at that whatsoever. I decided to keep the Super Nintendo controllers just because you can never have enough Super Nintendo controllers. I'll show you guys the majority of what I got in here when we get back to 3.0, of course. Myself and James are going to go and get some breakfast now, and then I think we're going to look at the all-new Doorway to Darkness. You've never been to Doorway to
No,
Darkness,
I've never
have you?
been, so I'm really looking forward to it.
So it's new to you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But I've seen clips of the new store. It looks great. So yeah, I'm excited to go and check that out. So yeah, let's go and eat and do some more shopping. Should have had a Yorkshire. Right, so myself and James and I headed to another CEX location. We're going to, I think it's Rotherham. CEX Rotherham?
Yeah, that's the one.
I've never been Rotherham in my life. I'm a bit weird. I do like going to CEXs I've never been to before. You get to have a quick look at the town centre as well and just get a gauge for what places are like. But yeah, we're going to go, and I think we've seen McDonald's, to be honest. I might have to have a little bite to eat. Yeah, we're going to head to CEX Rotherham. We have just been to, well, what was phenomenal, right? The new Doorway to Darkness.
Yeah.
That's going to be a video on its own. Yeah, we'll get to that, guys. Keep it locked to the channel. Don't miss that one. But for now, let's go and check out CEX Rotherham. Right, I'm not going to eat all these, James, so get involved, lad. Alright, we've made it to Rotherham. I've never been here in my life. Have you?
I've worked here, but not walked out of town.
Not socially.
I'm in
Hey, there might be people from Rotherham listening. I don't know, we can't judge. I've never been here before. All I know is the weather's better. It's stopped raining. This is what I love about game hunting, right? It just takes you to places you wouldn't normally come. I'll probably reserve judgment on Rotherham until I've got to the centre. Yeah, scenic, look. Beautiful. Right, so I don't know if there's much else. I'll Google it, but we're going to head to Rotherham CEX. Right, got to tell you this. So it's been about a minute since we last filmed, and we reserved judgment on where we are. What was the first person we saw doing, James? First person we saw was pulling items out of tucked in from his coat. Now, I don't know, maybe he just didn't have a bag. But he had a lot of stuff tucked down in them trousers. Anyway, we're at CEX, let's go and have a look. Found something, James.
I found one game I want to play.
Oh, what is it?
Mountain Blade 2.
I thought you were taking the mick. I thought it was another horse game for me that you picked up. One of about 8.
Yeah, you do go under your horse.
Good game?
First one was.
Yeah.
Don't know about this one, but
Nice. Not much I don't know about, so I'll enjoy bringing up some footage.
well, it's explore, fight and conquer.
Well, I'm glad you've got something out of our Rotherham trip. What's this down here? Oh, hello, that's a nice sleeve covered. Look at that, James.
That is nice. Civilization.
I've never seen that.
It's pretty.
The Civilization games for me got a bit too advanced. I like the early ones, like
You know,
Civ
Sim
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I tried to play a later one, and it was just too much for me. But look, that is stunning.
Yeah, that is nice.
Never seen that. Alright, that is how you start a week. Fantastic day out. I don't really know where to begin. We were out all day. So, I guess the first thing we'll discuss is Rotherham. I didn't buy much. Don't really have too much to say about it. It was an experience. Don't think there was much there to bring me back, to be honest. But James managed to find something in the CEX, so that's all good. Speaking of James, once again, just got to give a massive shout out to him. Always enjoy going out on the hunt with you, my friend. And we'll be doing it again very soon. Me and James have got a couple of big plans to go further afield. Much further afield. So yeah, hopefully we'll be bringing that to the channel very, very soon. But speaking of James, I got this from him. So this is a fat PS2. This was a spare that he had. So I recently picked up the white Japanese PS2. And I'm trying to find the best way to be able to play PAL games on that system. And I'm hoping that my good friend Nicky will be able to do a shell swap now that we've got a donor console. So I'm going to send both of these to my friend Nicky, and hopefully we'll have a white PAL PS2, which I don't know why they didn't make one anyway, before too long. So yeah, nice one. Thank you for that, mate. And yeah, then we sort of probably turn our attention to Doncaster Toy Fair. Always enjoy going to toy fairs, to be honest. So much like cool, weird and wonderful stuff. And this is normally the part in the video where I say, right, we're going to start with the toys that I bought, but I didn't buy any toys. A couple of interesting bits and pieces. There was the Ned Noodle, the pot noodle toy I almost bought, but it was like 40 quid, and it's one of them like novelty things that I thought was funny, but in reality, what am I going to do with it? And my friend over at Big Kid Collectibles picked that up anyway. I saw that on his Instagram, so I'm glad it went to a good home. And the only thing I really wanted was that little Sonic, but I mean, I can't say it's not worth £100 because I don't know market value of it or how rare it is or anything like that, but it's not worth £100 to me, that's for sure. So sadly, I didn't pick that up. You saw that I picked up that fantastic deal on the Driver San Francisco Collector's Edition. Traded that in, we'll get to the CX stuff in a minute, but the only thing I bought home from the Toy Fair itself was these. I mean, £5 each for good, clean Super Nintendo controllers. The guy said they work, seemed like a stand-up guy. So yeah, I'll be taking that all day long. These are the sort of thing that in a few years from now are going to become a valuable commodity. I mean, obviously they're not making any more. Super Nintendos are like bomb-proof. They seem to survive, right? I've picked up some of the most disgusting yellow, golden, cracked Super Nintendos that you can imagine, and they always work. And the controllers are pretty good as well, but obviously over time, they're going to become victims of time. So yeah, I'm going to keep hold of these for that rainy day. But yeah, let's get to the CX then. So Doncaster CX, I've had quite a lot of success in there over the times of me frequenting that place, and today was no different. So a couple of things I picked up will be on a future video. That's a project that I'm working on that I'll be bringing to you guys very soon. But I also picked up a couple of games that I've been actively pursuing from there. The first one being The Last Guardian. This one's a Japan studio developed 2016 action adventure game, and you play as a boy who befriends a giant legendary creature named Trico. This one was originally planned for the PlayStation 3. It was due to come out in like 2011, but this one went for a bit of a development hell. I mean, development for this one started way back in 2007, but it suffered numerous delays for one reason or another. And to be honest, I think it plays like the generation previous. I think that does show when you play this game. I attempted to play through this way back. Back when I was in the 2.0, I think. And I put quite a few hours into it, enjoyed the story, enjoyed the sort of like, the sense, the feeling, if you like, of the game. But I just think, yeah, it felt a little bit disjointed when it came to the camera and the controls. Just my opinion. I know it's widely considered to be a bit of a classic. It's probably one that I should revisit and just go into it with different eyes, I think. But yeah, The Last Guardian. So the reason I picked this one up, because I do actually already own this. I've got this in the sleeve cover. But I'll pick this up as part of the game exclusive only on PlayStation sleeve covers. I'm slowly trying to pick those games up and add them to my collection. And this was one of the last few that I needed to do so. Speaking of which, that takes me to my next find. Now this is a game which, I'm not going to say it's uncommon or anything, but I've been looking for this in lots of CEXs for a number of weeks, and I've never found one copy of it until today, strangely. It's the sort of thing that you think you would find in abundance. But anyway, that is Shadow of the Colossus. So unlike The Last Guardian, this is one that I don't own and have never played. Well, that's a bit of a lie. I own this on the PlayStation 2, but I don't own the PlayStation 4 version. And as I say, originally a PlayStation 2 release back in 2005. It was a Sony developed game, and it got the remake for the PlayStation 4 in 2018. And as I say, this is considered a classic. It follows a young man who embarks on a mission to revive a girl named Mono. You have to locate and destroy 16 massive beings known as Colossi in order to do so. And like I say, this is such a beloved game. Metacritic gave this 91 out of 100. Game Rankings gave it 91%. IGN gave it 9.7 out of 10. Eurogamer gave it 10 out of 10. Reviews don't get much better for video games than that. I can't remember talking to you guys about a set of review scores that were better than that. And in some ways, I'm very glad that I've never played this game. It's one of them games that's always been on the backlog because it's considered such a classic. There's so much fanfare for it out there. Never played the PlayStation 2 version, so yeah, I think the best way to play it now, right, is going to be the remake. So this is definitely going quite high on my to-play list for sure. Definitely want to play this game this year. Yeah, just one that I'm excited about because it's just one of them games that I feel like I should play, right? It's part of like my gaming duty, right, to play this game. So yeah, so a lot of you guys will already know, if you've been following along, why I picked these up. It's for the game exclusive only on PlayStation sleeves. I don't think there's many more left now. Just give me 1 second, I'm going to check. No, it's just Spider-Man and Horizon, games that I think I already own multiple copies of for one reason or another. But yeah, just those two left, and then we'll have all of those exclusive only on game sleeves filled, and then we can put them back onto display. Yeah, and if you're wondering why I'm buying multiple copies of games, I've explained before that I don't want to just have empty sleeves on display, and I don't want them to have the wrong game inside them or anything like that. So yeah, I've just been enjoying picking them up, and in the case of Shadow of the Colossus, something I don't own anyway, so yeah, it was just a good excuse to pick this game up and give me more impetus to finally get it played. But yeah, again, really good day. There's going to be a lot more footage from today coming over the next few weeks. I'm sort of in overdrive again at the moment in terms of like content creation. All that will become clear for you guys over the next few videos as to why, but yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff to look forward to, that's for sure. But in terms of right here, right now, there's a lot to be doing. I've been saying for weeks, months probably, that I want to get this room sorted. If you watched last week, you know we finally got the PlayStation 3 area sorted out and put together. So now it's just a case of that huge influx of games that we've had over the last month or two. We need to get them all put away. So let's crack straight on. That's a lot of games. But instead of doing one huge montage, I think we're going to break all this down systematically. It'll take me about 3 days to get all this stuff put away in the montage format. We're going to start where we've just been, with these two pickups and the only on PlayStation sleeves. So as I mentioned, I've just got these two left, but rather than delay getting all the OOP sleeves popped back in their place, I'm just going to borrow Spider-Man and Horizon, and then I'll put them back in these boxes when I pick them up down the line so that we can get this done. And they are all in place. Now, I wasn't able to borrow those, as I said, because I foolishly forgot those are the Steelbook versions, so these are just random old empty cases, but we'll just replace them. They're close in proximity and easy enough to do. But yeah, really happy with this. Obviously, it'd be nice to have more artwork on display, but I've got this down to a fine art now. I've worked out that I can have these all equidistant, self-facing if I get to Asian. So every one of these, where it would say only on PlayStation, I've got Asian. That's how I've mapped it out. So they've all got the exact same amount of artwork on display. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I think they look fantastic. Yeah, I love this area anyway. I think everything here is perfect. Luigi's gone and sat alongside the Lego sleeves. He's gone in there nicely. But with that done, it's time to turn our attention to the next pile of games that needs putting away. And I think we're going to go with PlayStation 4. We've got a lot of PS4 to add. I've created some space down here, so let's get into it. Right, so I've broken PS4 down into sections. We've got basic, we've got sleeve cover Assassin's Creed, big box, sleeve cover, and steelbooks. And I think we're going to start with Assassin's Creed. We're going to put that there. Then we're going to put the big box stuff over there. And then we're going to take basic and throw that just there. Like that. I also put Until Dawn Steelbook with the other Steelbooks that have sleeve covers. And then we've just got all of these sleeves, which are going to go there. Okay, so that's pretty much everything in. The PS4 wall does need further curating. It's a little bit all over the place. It works aesthetically. I think it looks great. I love all the bright colours in this area. But there's sort of like, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's not all alphabetized either. This bit is, and then there's some sleeve covers here, some up there, some down here. There's even a couple of steelbooks there, and the rest are down here. So it will get further, as I say, curated and just improved over time. But for now, I'm pretty much happy with it. Everyone keeps asking me about these, the ENIAC sleeves. They're not going to be on display yet. I want to buy all the games. It just gives me the drive to go out and get them so I can then display them. And especially with the only one PlayStation sleeves pretty much being done. So yeah, we'll get to the ENIACs before too long. And currently they'll probably display somewhere down there. But on to the next, and I think we're going to go GameCube. GameCube was super easy. It was just a case of completing the Resident Evil set. I did have to remove this guy to get the games in, but I do have a plan, which hopefully we'll get to on this vlog, for a lot of my Mario figures. But in terms of the here and now, oh, hang on, I forgot this, so let's get this put into the PS4 area. All done. Next is Wii U. Well, that was easy. As is this. Right, new Xbox One editions are in. This shelf is full. There's no more room at the Xbox One in. I've had to take a couple out. I'm never going to play Disney Infinity. Batman 3 for some reason is NTSC, so we'll get rid of them. So yeah, Xbox One collecting is done. Okay, so we're getting to the harder ones to put away now, the ones I've been avoiding. This guy. I love this Blanca figure, but I mean, where do you even begin trying to place such a big figure in here? Let's see what we can do. Right, that took quite a lot of messing about, but he's in. It looks like he's pretty much captured Ibuki. But yeah, I think it works. I love these figures. I love this shelf. But again, I think we're pretty much at full capacity, right? Perfect. I've just realised as well, now I've got a spare Wii U case, I can finally replace this. For some reason I've got one Wii U game in a dark blue, probably PS2 case. So yeah, let's finally get rid of that. There we go, much better. Okay, that took a long time and a lot of 360 games had to move, but they are in. It's nice to see the full set of Crash Time games together on the shelf for the first time. Not so much Golden Axe, but and we have this nice steelbook Final Fantasy X2. So yeah, the only thing I had to do was twist Castlevania around. And it's fine. In terms of the 360 area, there's not that many 360 games that I want now for my collection. My 360 collecting, yeah, there's not many games left. And as I do add a few more inevitably over time, I'll just remove some of the more filler titles because I'm not extending 360 beyond this section here. So, we now go from the difficult to the almost impossible when it comes to putting games away. Scrap that. Nothing's impossible if you've got enough Yorkshire at hand. So off camera I've done switch, and what I have done is drop some of the bigger box stuff down to here. This is the shelf created by removing the God of War 3 DC figure line. They're sort of like spaced out over the PS3 area, which makes sense. And that's generated this shelf. Now, these aren't in alphabetical order or anything. It's getting very late. I just want to sort of get this mapped out. I'm not moving every single game right now. But as you can see, we've got loads of room to grow. We've also finally found a nice home for the Luigi Mansion Nintendo Power statue. So yeah, I think we're cooking on gas. I've also found a home for this Nintendo Power statue. I can't even talk properly. Nintendo Power statue. And as you can tell by the fact I'm struggling to talk, I'm tired. It's getting very late. I have spent hours and hours housing all these games. It's probably taken 2 or 3 minutes for you guys to watch. These are going to be very difficult, Mega Drive and Game Boy. I'm going to tackle that with fresh eyes and a fresh mind in the morning, because right now I want to do a little bit of gaming, so let's get to that. As you can see, it's Resident Evil 3. So this is something I've been playing every now and again for the last couple of weeks. I've been really busy creating videos, but I've just been having short blasts on this in the evening. That red hue is the mood lighting. I always set the LEDs to red during my Resident Evil. And if you're watching this channel, you probably don't need me to tell you, but if you have got young kids watching, just putting out a little warning for the next few minutes, you're going to see some stuff. I mean, it's Resident Evil, isn't it? So let's take a quick look at where I'm at and what I need to do. So, we've just switched characters from Jill Valentine. I'm now in the police station, and it looks like it's all kicking off. Oh, I feel like there's going to be a jump scare coming, isn't there? So I never played Resident Evil 3. This is my first time. I played 1 and 2 as a kid. And I played a little bit of 4 on the Wii, but never finished it. So I'm going to try and go through them in order. What is that? Lovely.
Here we go.
Oh my sweet Mary, Mother of Joseph! I knew it was coming. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm glad I've got automatic weaponry. Let's get to the safety of down here. Reload. Oh! Nice shooting. Stormtrooper shooting, that was. Right. Big boss man over here. Hey! Oh, no. Have it. The fact that I've just killed a load of flesh-eating zombies and now I'm saying there's something nasty in here doesn't bode well. Did that say Timu lock? Timu lock ain't keeping anyone out. Quick, 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 quick. It's rush hour. Literally, they're all coming. Quick, mate. Boom. Oh, no, where did he come from? Ooh. Where did... Honestly, it gives you no time to react. I need some herbs. There's probably people watching this screaming at the TV now that I've played through this 30 times. Laughing at how terrible I am at it. And you'd be right to do so. Yes! There's my herb. What doesn't herb make better? What does that say? Locker room. Cap.
Right. Big, warm RPD welcome.
Oh, god damn. Ah, that woke me up. Where did he come from? I'm good at shooting, I am. Right, is this the locker room? Remember, we saw that sign that said cap. Something cap. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Yeah, buddy, what we got? Must be something good. That's it. What was the point? I thought it was going to be worthwhile. There we go, that's what we need. A bit of herb. I'll take that now. Nice. Take that. We're going to need that. Oh, it's my first run-in with... Is that a liquor? Oh my goodness. Oh great, got no bullets in the gun. Oh no, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Oh no, I'm shooting it like a stormtrooper again. Is it dead? No. Got no bullets because I can't shoot. Yes, shoot it, shoot it. Got no bullets. Shoot it with this. Shoot it with a gun. Is it dead? bit dramatic, mate, that. Oof. Right, so I think we've got the key for this. I think, is that what this is? Yes, okay. We're getting somewhere. Yes! Right. Let's get back to the shower room. What a strange thing to keep in a locker. Let's get back to the shower room and blow up that wall. Okay, so should now be able to combine the battery out of the tube with this. And now put that back on there. And let's make it go kaboom. Yeah, buddy. I think once I've killed this guy, I think I'll save whatever delights are in here for the next time I play. Because I've got to get up early. Because not only have we got to finish this room, but I need to go out on a little game hunt. Check you in the morning.
Retro Ghetto.
Okay, so I found myself now in Coleville. So I went to this EX, I thought I'm not going to find anything in here. And as I left, I just glanced something in the window that I missed on the way in. And I'm very glad I did. Very nice piece of Nintendo cardboard in pristine condition. And again, it's one of the things I've been actively hunting. So yeah, very, very happy with that. I've been to a few CXs today on this Leicester trip. And that one's come through dividends. But whilst I'm in Coleville, I'm going to go and try and look at that crazy collection. So I've been a few times to that place. That guy that's got all those games stored away. Hoping he's going to be there. Hoping I can go check it out. Because now I'm collecting GameCube Player's Choice. I'm sure he's got quite a few in there. So yeah, let's go and see what he's got. Right, we've hit the motherload of GameCube. Do I need Underground? For some reason I think I've already got that one. That's on the maybe. And now I need that. Definitely need that. Sonic Heroes, I think I need. Oh, another one we need. Nice. Another one we need. So this one we've already got. Thankfully, it's expensive, so I don't have to buy that again. This one we've already got. And this one we've got. Alright, I think there's more coming. Good morning! Yes, it's the next day. So my friend ended up coming round yesterday afternoon and we were playing Pro Evo and Street Fighter 4 till the early hours of the morning. It was a great night. But yeah, I've now just about recovered from that And let's talk about yesterday's game hunt. So I was supposed to just be nipping out briefly. That turned into an all-day game hunt. I didn't film that much of it because we've already looked at the inside of a couple of CX stores on this vlog. If there was anything worth highlighting, I would have highlighted it on the footage that you've just seen. But coincidentally, that's where I had my best find of the day, well, of the week. We had some great finds from CX last week, but this might just outdo them all because this is Nintendo cardboard. We'll get to that momentarily. But before that, as I mentioned on the footage you've just seen, I went back to that private collection at the pawn shop in Coleville. I just sort of had the brainwave whilst I was there that I'm sure there was loads of Silver Spine Player's Choice GameCube games. And last time I went to look at this collection, I wasn't collecting for them. So I thought, right, let me go there and see what was on offer. And there was a lot to choose from. I picked up the 5 that I didn't already own. So let's just get straight into them then. So the first one is the classic, that is Need for Speed Underground. This one's the EA developed 2003 racer. It's actually the 7th installment in the franchise, and this one features vehicles more closely associated with the import scene as opposed to some of the more racing classic cars that you got on previous entries. This one was the first one as well to feature an in-depth career mode with comprehensive storyline, and I remember just that adding to it, and I spent many hours on this as a young'un, modifying the cars and going through the story mode and everything. I think this sold like 15 million units. This was a great game. I remember the soundtrack vividly to this day. And this was just like £5. So yeah, nice addition to the GameCube set. And the thing is about this Player's Choice set, I don't know much about it going in. I've not even really studied the list. I think we've got 61 games. I'm going to make a video more comprehensively about it and a lot more of the additions that you guys haven't seen yet very soon. But I don't know in terms of rarity, so I don't know which ones of these are good finds. I'm just picking them up. So these next few are all cheap. These are all like £5. This one here is Finding Nemo. This Disney Pixar 2003 release is developed by Traveller's Tales. You play as Nemo, Marlin or Dory as you travel through what's predominantly left to right scrolling levels. And this one actually sticks to the movie for the most part. I think this one looks okay. The reviews weren't too bad. 6s and 7s across the board. Can't really complain. And like I say, another £5. Nice condition. Another one for Player's Choice set. Speaking of £5 Disney Pixar games, I picked up The Incredibles. This one's an action-adventure game, of course, based on the movie of the same name. The interesting thing about this one is that Samuel L. Jackson and a lot of the other cast from the movie reprised their roles to the voice acting for this one. And like the last one, average-ish reviews. I don't think you can complain with 6, 7s out of 10 for Disney Pixar games. And these are the sort of games that realistically I'd never normally look into, pick up or play, but that's the beauty of subsets, that I might actually stick these on at some point and just see how they play, because there is the odd hidden gem amongst the old Disney games. Right, okay, so that's the £5 ones done. And then we get to the slightly better ones. So this one cost me £10, I believe, and that is Sonic Heroes. I didn't realise just how many Sonic games were on the GameCube until I went down this Player's Choice rabbit hole. This one is, it's like a more linear platformer, but I think you have to race against time, and it's like in a team effort. There's 3 of you, and each character has different abilities to get you through the level and its obstacles. Like I say, much more linear experience than the 2 which came before it, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. I think critics basically said it was a bit of an improvement, but still not as good as the 2D Sonics, which, I mean, has there ever been a Sonic as good as the 2D Sonics? But yeah, that's Sonic Heroes. And then we get to what was my favourite of the GameCube Player's Choice games. This one was £15, pretty much in line with CX pricing from what I can remember. And that is Soul Calibur 2. This one's a 2002 Namco developed fighter, and despite its name, it's actually the 3rd release in the series, weirdly. And what I find very cool about this one is, depending upon what console you pick the game up for, you got a different exclusive playable character. So the Xbox got Spawn, PlayStation got Heiichi Mishima from Tekken, and the GameCube version got Link. So yeah, I just think it's great when you can pick up a game and just feel like you're benefiting from your console of choice. I think more modern releases should do that. I know that they did it with Mortal Kombat. I know that you could play as Kratos on the PlayStation 3 version, and I've only ever exclusively played with him. So yeah, when I play Soul Calibur 2, I'm definitely going to play with Link, because I don't know, it just gives you that little bit of exclusivity feeling, and there's also good to see crossovers of characters that don't necessarily belong in a universe popping up in the game. I've always appreciated things like that. Very much a dying art. You don't really get that in this modern day. But yeah, nice addition, and all in all, a nice additions, right? 5 more for the Player's Choice GameCube set, which is rapidly growing. And as I said, there will be a full update on that collection coming very soon. But there's no way I was going to go and just be happy with him bringing down the GameCube games. I wanted to go back up and have another nosy at all the stuff that was there. Now, as you guys already know, I'm on a bit of a Game Boy kick at the moment. I'm loving buying box Game Boy. And he had 2 or 3 there. I decided to pull the trigger on this one simply because it's not one that I ever see about too often. And it's in decent condition as well. And that is Pinocchio. So this platform puzzle adventure game came out on the Game Boy in 1996. It's like the 3rd time that I own a variation of Pinocchio. I've got this on the Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, and now the Game Boy. I mean, it is what it is. It's not one that I'm going to be in a rush to play. I've spoke many times. My Game Boy collecting is very much collecting. Whilst obviously I will play some of the better titles and I enjoy sort of messing around on them, I just love the boxes, I love the art, and I think they're going to make a fantastic display once I do figure out how we're going to extend the current Game Boy display. So yeah, really glad that I popped in there. Thanks again to the good people at Fast Cash in Coleville. But like I say, my best find of the day was at the CEX, and it's crazy. Like, you'll see, I barely filmed anything in there. I walked in, there was nothing happening. There was no Player's Choice GameCube in there, and I just pretty much walked in and walked out. And then literally, as I was walking past the shop window, it was right in the bottom right hand corner, and I was like, I walked past and I was like, I was like, is that what I think it is? And it's a game I've been actively wanting to find, and it looked like it was in great condition. It was with a manual. I was surprised it's even in stock, let alone in that condition, sat in the window for everyone to see. Anyway, this is a very good find. And shout out to the staff at CEX. I asked for a bag to wrap it up in. They went and got me some bubble wrap, wrapped it all up nicely for me. But yeah, wait till you see the condition of this. That is Donkey Kong Land. The interesting thing about this 1995 Rare developed platformer is that it's its own game as opposed to a Donkey Kong Country port. Apparently the developers were keen not to do that. They didn't just want to reduce the quality of Donkey Kong Country and stick it on a Game Boy cartridge. The sort of thing that happened quite a lot back in the day. So this was its own thing, and it was actually developed before the development of Donkey Kong Country. Very well reviewed. VGC gave it 9 out of 10, as did Electronics Arts, and VG and Computer Entertainment as well. All gave it a 9 out of 10. But look at that. Look at that condition. Even the corners. For this to just be sat in the window in this condition, and obviously a very popular franchise, a popular title. There's 3 of these. This is a trilogy that I'm keen to get my hands on. No better place to start, right, than Donkey Kong Land. So yeah, this is one that I will be trying out as well. Very intrigued by this one, but it's not every day you get Nintendo cardboard of that quality sat in a CEX window. Yeah, maybe a lot of people walk past it like I almost did. So yeah, delighted with those pickups from what was supposed to be just me nipping out. But yeah, more games to put away. But the putting away of the games is going to have to wait until next week, because that is going to do it for this week's Ghetto vlog. A week that's seen us hunt far and wide for retro goodness, but I think once again we've delivered, added some fantastic pieces to the collection, and we've had a good time along the way. If you've watched this part in the video, it's always much appreciated, and if you enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And if you want to go one step further, support myself and the channel, get involved with the fantastic community over on the Discord, there'll be a link below to join the Ghetto gang. Stick around for post-credit gameplay, play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you Wednesday. Take care.
I'm still actually officially a member.
Super Ted. Oh yeah.
About 10 years ago, that membership thing as a little kid.
So you're an official Super Ted fan member.
Yeah. Good old for this now. 30 then.
Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the retro ghetto. EA Games. Challenge everything.
takes me back. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to play this music, but boy, it brings back memories. Oh, it pains me to turn the volume down, guys. I'm serious. To the window, to the wall. So iconic. But yeah, I don't think YouTube will approve. So now the music's gone. Let's have a quick race, shall we? So much nostalgia tied into this game. It's crazy. Quick race. We'll do a sprint. I'm a golf man, but I don't think golf's going to do it. What options have we got? You know what? Let's just go golf. Let's just do it. Can you customize the car? Yes, you can. Oh, look at this! We've turned it into the RG Mobile. Ha! Ah, 18-year-old me would have loved this car. Okay, it's been a long time. Let's go! That's not the best start from the Golf, is it? Oh, they're all crashing into each other. Right, have we got a handbrake? I don't remember the graphics being this muddy. Looks like there's Vaseline on the screen. Oh, look at that. Sliding in the corners. Oh, 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 yes! Still got it. Look at that. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Oh! Oh, we just clipped it. Yeah, I definitely remember the graphics being a bit clearer back in the day. I did used to play this on the PS2, of course. Now, way back when, for you hardcore Retro Ghetto fans, I did make a video talking about like my life in gaming and my history of gaming. And my only real GameCube experience was with my best friend and best man recently, Big P. He went on holiday, a family holiday to New York when we were younger. And he came back with a GameCube. It was like a brand new launch console. And he was so excited to come back with this GameCube. Anyway, at this point in time, we had no knowledge of regions. We didn't know anything about PAL or NTSC or anything. So we came back stateside with a pair of Timberland boots, a new GameCube under his arm, and all we had was, I think it was this game and Pikmin. Now, neither of us were into Pikmin. Looking back, I probably would have enjoyed it, but it was just kind of like the game you got with the console. This is at a time where all we wanted to play was sports games. So I think we went out, bought a new game, it wouldn't work, eventually realised it's because he had an American console. So yeah, that's it. That's the only games we ever had, I think, were this and Pikmin. So fair to say, we played a lot of Need for Speed. Right, where do we come there? Third. Fourth, I think. Oh dear, that wasn't very good, was it? Right, we're going to have one more race. I'm going to stop talking about my GameCube history and see if I can actually win a race. Okay, so this time we're doing a circuit as opposed to a sprint. Let's hope we can do a bit better this time. So it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. I mean, this just fed into that time, didn't it? The first few like Fast and Furious movies, Max Power magazine, Fast Car magazine, the height of like car modification scene. I remember being a young lad and going to cruisers. And I don't mean on a yacht going to glamorous locations. I mean driving around the borders of Nottingham to McDonald's and back with other people revving their diesel engines. But at the time, oh, it was great fun. Staring at girls in their cars and not actually speaking to them. What a time to be alive. We're winning. Are we actually winning? Ooh-wee. My eyes are just about adjusting to this watercolour effect. Oh, he says. What, we've got 2 laps to do with. I'm absolutely flying. Right, second lap. Can we do it? Someone on my tail. The bogey on my 6. Oh! Oh! Woo! Just about survived that. So obviously the fun in these games is like the story mode, isn't it? And the progression. Getting the better cars. Doing them all. Getting the nitrous. Did anybody actually ever have nitrous, or was that just like a thing in the movies? Let me know in the comments if you had nitrous on your car. It just seems so unrealistic in reality. As a kid, I thought it was just like a thing you could go to Halfords and get. Have some dust caps and some nitrous, please. Speaking of dust caps, was that anybody else's entryway into crime? Many an evening spent acquiring dust caps as a young'un. Oh, all my stories are coming out playing this. Right, 2 more corners. And I've got to say, it's just as fun racing, but the graphics certainly haven't. No, I've not lost it on the last corner. No, we've got 1 more corner. Oh, no! I messed it up. I was winning the whole way round. Oh, look at that. Lancer. Anyway, right, we came second. It is what it is. It's good fun. Right, guys, I appreciate it. If you have watched this far into the vlog, thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comment section below by saying Ghetto Underground. Ghetto Underground. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care.